Noah commented on my video saying you should make a carrot farm. This got me thinking, since having a villager breeder now, I need to produce more crops so I can get more villagers in that village. Because at the minute, my farm does not meet the current standards, so the only thing I have left to do is upgrade the farm. Upon looking in the area, the farm is going to be located here. The reason it's going to be located here is because there's plenty of room to work with and the area will look genuinely better with the farm added onto it. The first thing I need to do is take away all the trees and then dig up the ground. That's the whole area dug out now. The only thing I can do for the meantime is burn all these large trees, if it actually does it, as this is a lot quicker than mining them down themselves. If any logs start floating about, that's when I'm going to have to then build up, either mine the log or burn it. I'll probably end up mining it at that point, as it will be a lot more useful to me. Before I place down any of the crops, I need to make a pathway that runs around this location here and then curves over to this location here. The reason I'm doing this is because then I can sort of separate the crops as well as make things look a lot more aesthetically pleasing. So the way I like to do my paths is I like to just place path blocks in random spots, as this creates a nice texture completely, rather than one straight path, just like that. So I think that doesn't look too bad. It will look a lot better when the grass settles in. I'm going to also add in a few wooden buttons, as it adds a bit more depth and texture. With the wood I have collected, I am going to make some fencing. Yes, it won't match this fencing, but with the cobblestone walls, I'm just going to place another one here and another one here, so then it provides that separation between them. And then from this point onwards, I'm then going to start using wooden fences to work my way along here to separate the path from the farm itself. I am going to create another path going from this corner here all the way along here, because there's going to be a house here, and the outline of the house will be like so. And this is where the little farm shack's going to be, and all the crops are going to be around the farm shack, and they're going to be on this side here as well. So let me add the path in now to go across to here, just like that. So as you can see, that path Y splits, one that way and then one that way to the house. I've created 64 oak fences. Granted, as you can see, that they do not work together at all. So what I'm going to have to do is try and figure a way I can actually do that. But for just the meantime, I'm just going to build these around here, going all the way across. There's then going to be an opening here because of the path. And then this is going to build itself around here. And it's just simply going to hug this whole line all the way till this point here. And it's just going to do this throughout the whole thing. I am going to leave a gap here because you need to enter each side of this farm. And then likewise, this farm is going to work all the way along here. Then it's just going to follow the edge of this pathway. So you have the two completely separate areas for the farms. You have the little farm shack that's going to be there, and I do need to open this side as well to allow access to this farm. With that being said, all I need to do now is locate all of the water source holes and then fill them in. That's all of the water source holes dug out on this area, and this area. I now need just to fill in all of the areas around. So a little vivid tip here is to stop crops from falling into the holes, or to stop you from falling in holes, jumping out and then ruining all of your land. What you can do is use slabs and then cover the holes with slabs. This will not get rid of the water source, and it will still provide moisture to the crops. Before you place your crops down, all you need to do is clear the area and then place torches all on your planks. The reason you place torches on is because light helps with growth in crops and helps them grow a lot quicker as well. So just before you place your crops down, you also need to make sure that there are no animals or anything that are going to ruin your crops as you're walking around. We are finally now ready to place our crops down. So all we need to do is hoe the whole area. This will equally triple the size of when I'm done with the farm itself. The big side is going to be for carrots. Each one of these sides are going to be for potatoes and seeds. That's all the crops I have to place. Whilst those grow, I am going to work on the farm shack itself. I'm thinking of doing a similar design to the house, and the villager breeder, where it's just a square but then it's got a nice oval roof. So at each corner I'm going to place a few blocks tall. This will only be a one-story building due to the fact that it's only going to be there for aesthetics, and only a few chests. So these need to go up one more, and then this wood needs to come all the way across. And then I'm hoping I do have enough cobblestone to complete the roof. I've decided this is how the front of the building is going to look itself. It looks completely different to the sides and the rear, so that's easy to distinguish where the front door is. The floor itself, I'm going to try and test it with some birch wood, as I don't really build with birch wood. The villager breeder itself is the first time I've used diorite and birch wood to build a structure, hence why it didn't look so great, but the functionality of it is really good. To be fair, that doesn't look too bad, as the inside is a lot lighter than the outside. All I need to do now is grab the materials, like the cobblestone and normal wood. So just like the building over there, all I'm going to do is place these here, go across and again, but then I'm going to do one block here, and then that's going to be the top block itself. So I'm just going to do that all the way around. That is the roof now complete. It doesn't look too bad. I think it's nice and small for the size of the house itself. All I need to do now is the inside, put some doors on, and then put some windows in. If you did enjoy the video, please be sure to let me know, and I appreciate still the support for this series. With that being said, I'll see you in the next one.